Good morning, hi, and welcome to 2025 Roller Derby World Cup, hosted by the fearless Bruisers in Innsbruck, Austria. This is game 2 on day 2. We are sat on track 2, which is the SISU Mouthguards track. This is game 26 of the tournament, if you're keeping track. Today we are looking at Australia playing in green versus New Zealand in white. I'm Sonic. This is Bob de Quickly.
My name, yeah, Bob de Quickly.
And our lovely producer Lung is next to us here.
And at the moment you can hear in the background perhaps the song chosen by Team Australia, which is I Am Australia. And playing for Team Australia today, 025 Blocktopus, number 20 Larage, 221 Bad Wolf, 2517 Easy, 29 Booger, 32 Jambi, 35 Brooke Stubbs, 4 Team Captain Slamazon, number 6 Walker, 66 Barry, 70 Beethoven, 88 Tui Lion, 9 Lethal, 925 Yoshi, and 96 Sugars.
On New Zealand, we've got 09 Flying Kiwi, 123 Tino, 14 Grim Sleeper, 187 Primeval, who is also the captain, 22 Foxy, 229 Diamond, 28 Alicia Nisbet Smith, 4000 Pavey Wavy, 414 Lensfair, 43 Pigeon Defective, 76 Scully, 8 Ivy Knivey, 852 Joel Hui, 86 Mackenzie, and 946 Kitty.
And officiating today's game, our crew head NSO, as my name is Jeff, crew head ref Bibbidi Bobbidi Boom. Also taking on the NSO duties today, Alpagnetti, Anakira, Bert Hurt, Donatello TR2, Elbones, Mike Guyver, Rose Lambo, Switzerland, Tornado Alley, Tootie Crower, Wishbone Breaker, and on skates, Delirious Diver, Dinosaurus, Dread Hutchuli, Knockin', Grace Killet, Jonas, Pocahontas, and Short Fuse. And we're rolling around, ready for Derby on the SISU Mouthguards track. There's the rolling whistle. It's going to get us underway in this game between Team Australia in the green jerseys against Team New Zealand in the white. Mackenzie taking the jam line for Team New Zealand to begin with, and Booger for Team Australia as the 5 seconds rolls and gets this game underway. Booger taking an early forward position against that New Zealand defence. Mackenzie finds a way around the outside, gets past Barry at the last, picks up lead jammer for New Zealand. So Mackenzie amongst the scoring passes now has picked up one so far. Booger, meanwhile, still on an initial pass, waiting to get clear of the pack.
This is some great coverage from these white blockers. They are just reappearing in front of Booger consistently. Oh, past one, back again.
Yeah, Booger taken to the outside now in front of our commentary position, having to recycle right back behind Veloskity.
Ooh, so close to almost being able to stay in on that time. Great tactics. They finally made their initial pass. Don't let them score. So
that's, yeah, first points on the board for New Zealand.
4-0 New Zealand.
You can probably hear some other noise in the stadium. We're in the same room as track 1, where currently USA Roller Derby are playing Fuego Latino. So we will hear some of that noise. Here's a matchup we'd like to see. Pavey Wavy versus Jambi. Folks at home in Australia will be enjoying this at the moment, and as Jambi gets quickly through the inside to pick up lead.
And that was almost no room on that line. That was impressive.
Pavey pushing up against the defenders at the moment. Pavey, one of the Team New Zealand skaters who plays with Victorian Roller Derby League, so routinely trains and plays with and against these skaters. But Jambi gets through for a scoring pass, equalises the score and calls it off.
Looks like we've got Ivy, Knivey, and Sugars lining up on our WFTDI jam line this time. And there we go, off to a start. Fighting straight through those packs. Oh, there's just so much resistance from all of these blockers, which, come on. It's exactly what we want to see. The movement of Sugar's body trying to get past, trying to get a little bit of leverage in there to get a blocker out of the way.
Yeah, and just no progress made. Oh, through at the front there now. Sugars picks up lead. And straight away, those New Zealand blockers heading back there to provide some offence for Ivy Canova to get out. Just LaRage at the front. Has to let her go.
Oh, another 4-0 jam. So we are on 8 to Australia, 4 to New Zealand. I'm going to get the feeling that we're going to have a lot of grabbing and quitting with these points today.
Flying Kiwi and Yoshi taking the jammer line at the moment as we roll into 5 seconds before the next jam. Yoshi using every lane of the track to try and get around these blockers at the moment, but they're filling every lane as we go. Lead jammer status now.
Beautiful, and I believe that is the 3rd lead jam in a row for Australia.
The pack resets to catch the jammers now. Yoshi finds a little gap, squirts the speed and gets out the front again. And we've had the star pass completed by Team New Zealand now. Number 76, Scully, now holding the jammer cover in their hand, struggling to get it on before. Yep, and Australia going to call it off sensibly before New Zealand can grab any more points.
So that was a 7-point jam, our new highest score so far. We're keeping it slow and steady. Yesterday, I don't know about you, Bob, yesterday I had a lot of 2-minute jams and I was exhausted watching them. I was a little bit jealous.
I can't imagine playing them. Mackenzie back to the WFTDI jammer line now with Beethoven, number 70 for Australia. Beethoven quickly finds an inside line, opened up nicely, picks up lead jammer status.
That work from Blocktopus just to get them off that line on that inside. Beautifully done.
Named Blocktopus because she blocks like an octopus. Beethoven's one of the well-known skaters in Australia who's been skating half their life, came up through juniors. I've been commentating pretty much all of that time, them as well.
How absolutely outstanding to be able to say that you've had that much experience and that much fun within this sport.
I don't know if you can see it on the track at the moment, but we do have some debris on the track right where these Australian blockers are trying to catch the jammer the pivot jammer who's received the star.
Yeah, it has been put into the ref's lane. Their problem now. We did have a completed star pass for New Zealand. 4-1 for Lens Flare did take the star.
Second star pass jam in a row for New Zealand. Showing the pressure that the Australian blockers are putting on them at the moment. The WFTDI jam line sees this lineup of Pavey, Wavy and Jambi getting ready to go again. I love the precision timing that the blockers use to suck the pack back onto the jammers before the whistle starts.
Absolutely.
Jambi just knocked to the inside of turn 1, having to recycle, this time to the outside, having to recycle even further. Pavey, no pass, no penalty, is not lead jammer for New Zealand. So, the awareness there. Jambi picks out the front.
1 point, New Zealand. Very well done, Jambi. And that bench crew for that instant, get this done.
Yeah, how is that awareness? Lead is open, your lead, call it, go.
Absolutely fantastic to see it.
Ivy Kanivi and Booger jamming respectively. Ivy Kanivi with a characteristic weight back behind the WFTDI jam line, waiting for the whistle to start the jam. Booger picks up lead. And Ivy being taken way back at the moment. Look at this blocker play at turn 4 at the moment.
Oh, that is just some beautiful assistance and offense from Slamazon, perfect name, doing that amazing job that we wanted. It does look like Ivy Kanivi is really struggling to get through for that initial pass, looking to make a star pass. Australia is scoring.
Yeah, Tui Lyon doing an amazing job at the back of this pack, just making these jammers work harder and harder every time they get recycled. Slammers on at the front, opening up the lines for the Australian jammer to get through. This time it's Tui in with the offensive assist.
And again, just nice little bit of clear, get out of the way. Beautiful. We have had a star pass completed.
Velocity now with the star cover for New Zealand. Booger calling from the ground.
Beautiful. Now that is fantastic because, Australia so far has only had 1 scoreless jam, and that was that last one because they were so quick to not want New Zealand to score. They were like, nope, we'll also have no points. So 14 in this jam. It's a lovely little addition.
Brings Australia up to 34, New Zealand currently 5.
We have Flying Kiwi and Sugars. Just the energy off of this line is impressive. It's constant. It's so explosive, and it's just what you want to see.
A big chase down at the front there now. Sugars does get out for lead, and this time crashes through the pack for a quick 4-point pass.
Flying Kiwis really sucked in between those 2 blockers, the rage. They're making that an unhappy place to be.
Sugars stepping round the outside of that last line defender, picks up another scoring pass, and here we see Flying Kiwi heading back towards the start line again. Recycled, we firmly wrapped up by these blockers at the moment, trying to get some offensive assistance now, and a lovely pivot across the inside. And assessed as a cut track penalty, so now will be a power jam for Australia. I think that's our first visit to the SISU Guards penalty box this game.
I believe so, and it's a jammer penalty.
Yeah, so Yoshi will be taking a power start for a full 30 seconds.
So, how are we going to play this? Lovely. Looks like we're going to have a bit of one-on-one blocking.
Look
a nice bit of movement.
Yeah, look at these New Zealand blockers just trying to take all the space on the line.
That was beautifully done by Kitty, just to push them into their own blockers just there to hold them that extra second.
Yoshi's direction changes will be what saves them here, being able to step around some of these defenders. And there we go, picks up lead.
fantastic. I think that took about 17 seconds to get lead, which, considering how quickly Lee's been getting so far, with a power jam, that's impressive.
Yeah, and able to pick up a scoring pass before the New Zealand jammer is released from the SISU guards penalty box. Both jammers in play now.
Potentially looking for a star pass if they can make it happen. Australia does not want it to.
It will be continuing the form that we've seen so far. But the New Zealand pivot, Kitty, being held away from being able to receive that star cover at the moment. There we go, Flying Kiwi gets out of the pack. But Yoshi's called it off in the meantime with another 4-point pass. A little bit of a collision at the end there. Everyone's friends.
So that looks like we've had another 12-point jam for Australia. That brings us 61-5. Oh, instant from Jambi. Beautifully done. Now on that start line, I'm sure it happens. It's the first time I've seen it. No rage. Had the 5-second warning, came off track to reposition herself. I mean, it threw me. It would have thrown me if I was the opposing jammer.
I thought for a second Pavey might have picked up a penalty, but just being asked to adjust her armband.
Ah. So it looks like we have Mackenzie and Beethoven on our WFTDI jam line.
Beethoven physically into these blockers at the moment. Getting some offensive support now. Slammers on, trying to open up a line, engage some of those blockers long enough for Beethoven to get through. Mackenzie, meanwhile, is on the run. Oh, surviving a big run down by Tui at the front, but Beethoven in control with lead jammer status at the moment. With a jump across the apex, calling off. 4 for Australia and managed to hold New Zealand to the 0.
Anyone playing bingo?
I see
Hope
it.
you tick sign off.
Suz, I'm talking to you. Grim Sleeper, first time at the WFTDI Jammer line for them today, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, no, they have been there a couple of times.
No, that's my notes. There we go, Sugars out the front and lead jammer for Team Australia. Another visitor to the SISU guards penalty box is Easy. That might be the first Australian penalty for the game as well.
I believe it is. I think we're 1-1 now, which is even Stevens.
No, did you see another New Zealand blocker come back from the box?
Oh.
So Sugars happy to wait, need a little bit more clock time, call it off before New Zealand can grab any points from that pass.
And it's lovely done because their blocker is now standing in the penalty bin, so it won't be much longer before we get a full roster on track. So it looks like we've got Booga and Ivy Ivy on our WFTDI jam line.
And Booger getting some assistance, being pulled up by Tui, that looked like. Some shirt assistance. Booger amongst the scoring pass now. No pack called momentarily. None of those blockers were in much of a hurry to get out of the way, though.
No.
Look at this, Booger standing stationary, just waiting.
Yeah, let you use your energy up. I'm having a rest.
Let's just be a tiny little bit more heartbreaking and call it off now.
So we are 13 jams into the game so far. Currently, Australia doing a very, very good of maintaining control. New Zealand has only had one lead so far, and it was the first lead of the game. We are looking at, oh, a lovely little dance up the outside line, from Jambi.
Doesn't take much of a gap for Jambi to be able to find a hit, and Pavey heading off to the SISU Guards penalty box now, so power jam for Jambi.
Looks like we had a cut track penalty, so... Oh, I love it, LaRage. Do it again. Oh, yes.
Oh, and a big hit there. That's Jambi tries to make their way through the pack. Jambi perhaps looking at the refs, trying to see if that might have been a directional hit, but nobody's called it.
Do you know what? I really love the movement that Jambi is giving out, the power and speed moving from side to side across the track whilst gaining position. It is truly impressive to see it against these blockers. Pavey Wavy back on track, fighting. Oh, fighting so much.
Yeah, and Jambi calling it off. Australia not willing to let Pavey get through for an initial pass.
You know, I believe 12 points is our highest scoring jam so far.
And there have been 3 12-point jams?
No, we've had one 15-point jam. Thank you very much, Lang. But it's very, very clear that New Zealand is applying enough of pressure because, you know, Australia aren't even trying to run it long. They're not trying to get a lot of points. They're just getting what they can and denying anything else for them.
Yeah, Beethoven, meanwhile, crashes through the inside, picks up a lead jammer for Australia. Mackenzie just on the receiving end.
Oh, we have a power jam in New Zealand's favour. That looked like...
And they will not be lead, so it'll be a 2-minute jam.
Yeah.
There we go, Mackenzie, for the initial.
We are on a scoring pass.
We've just got the one blocker Tui line for Australia going to the back of the pack. The remainder of the Australian formation, defensive formation, staying in the front position, receiving Mackenzie. Tui heading off to the SISU Guards box as Beethoven comes back to the track. Now, Beethoven had been assessed lead, so they will be on a scoring pass.
Yeah.
And stationary roller derby happening at turn 1 at the moment. Beethoven clear of the pack now. 4 points for Australia. Oh, and power jam now for Australia. I missed the penalty for Mackenzie. Beethoven just pushing past Barry at the front. Get out of the way, I've got points to score. Oh, Beethoven unable to keep the skates on the track on the outside of turn 1 and going a long way back here now. Look at this recycle. Beethoven doesn't have to play this game.
Yeah, we'll just... Nice little relax.
Diamond leading that charge. Let's recycle you 2/3 of the track.
Now,
Come with me.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think after this jam, we're now about 2-to-1 ratio on penalties. So I believe that is Australia's got double the amount so far. New Zealand has just broken their 8-jam scoreless streak by getting those 3 points on the board.
Great to see.
Got Buga pushing out the front of the pack, really pushing those white blockers apart.
Taking some big hits to the outside here. Walker trying to help them through.
Grim Sleeper only on 2 green blockers at this moment, pushing. That's very impressive. That leg power pushing 4 blockers.
And there is significant difference in the size of those skaters as well. Booger
beautiful assistance from 1.676 right there. Beautiful. Now, 55 seconds to get lead. That is the longest we have had to fight for lead so far this game.
Oh, and Grim Sleeper just with the jammer hit as Booger comes back into the pack. And the star pass completed. Scully now grabbing the star cover.
Beautifully done, applying that pressure. Looks like Australia only got 1 point in that jam.
S1 Helmet Company are the official protective gear of the Roller Derby World Cup. The S1 Lifer helmet, best fit plus best protection equals made for Roller Derby. Get a lifer, be a lifer. S1 helmets and pads protecting Roller Derby since 2006. Visit s1helmets.com.
Ivy Canivy and Sugars straight off the bat. Nice lead granted to Sugars straight away, coming around for their scoring pass.
Ivy trying to get some assistance there from Diamond and Kitty. Nisbet Smith coming back now, trying to provide some offence, but having to rejoin the defence as Booger comes into the back of the pack. A little line opens up inside. Sugar hits it and calls it for the points. Yeah, another quick 4 for Australia. That'll do them. Chip away. Nope, it might have been 8. Just seeing some signalling from the jammer ref. We're going to have a little chat about the scores.
What a perfect time.
We can pay some more bills.
Yeah. AAA, elevating derby safety standards with cutting-edge technology. 888.
All right, quickly sorted out the math. That was an 8-point jam.
Oh, we're getting some shout-outs in our public forum for Sugars and Sweet. So go Sugars, go Sweet. Go Sugars, so sweet. It makes me want to sing.
Got this matchup, jammer matchup of Jammy v Pavey again. Ooh. Jamby, yeah, stretches out that defence and a little hopper across the last one. That gives all of Team New Zealand a little minute to come back and help Pavey get through.
Oh, Scully doing a lovely little bit of assist, gain a bit more traction forwards. These Australian blockers are relentlessly reappearing in front of jammers. And we called it off before we could get a star pass.
And we're going to roll into a Crash Course team timeout for Team New Zealand. Crash Course presents Derby in Paradise, a 7-day roller derby retreat to recharge your body, reignite your game, and connect with new roller derby friends on the coast of Nicaragua. Visit chrissycrash.com for dates and details.
Now, this has been a very fast first half. We have only got 5 minutes left of this half, which just seems crazy. It doesn't feel like it's been that long.
It's been enough time for Australia to open a handy lead, 117-8 so far. So that's been two or three jams that New Zealand have scored in.
Yes. 3 jams, I believe they have scored in, which is nice. Is it all by different jammers?
We are keeping an eye on your chat in the public Discord server. If you're not on the server yet, look for Roller Derby World Cup 2025 on Discord and hit the SISU Guards Track 2 chat to join the public chat.
So lots of shout outs going on for Jambi. We've got some Go Kiwis. Yes.
Yoshi and Mackenzie doing the jamming. Mackenzie, lead jammer for New Zealand. Oh, but that, no.
Oh, no, cut track.
Oh, no. Which means lead is open. Yoshi is now lead in control of what has become a power jam for Australia.
What a whirlwind. Sure, this is a lot of resistance Yoshi is receiving.
Did you see that positional blocking then from Barry and Blocky?
Oh, it's beautifully done.
That positional offence just preventing the defence from being able to form up and get in front of Yoshi. Nisbet, Smith and Kitty for Team New Zealand trying their best to wrap up Yoshi at the moment.
Looks like we have a cut track penalty being given. Oh, we're going to have a jammer switcheroo. No, we're not, because they're already back on track. So this is now a power jam again.
Which will
Mackenzie.
We'll go the full 2 minutes now, so 1 minute left to go.
So I don't know if that was the initial pass just granted.
That was Nisbet.
It looks like it.
Nisbet Smith holding that inside line open beautifully on the turn 1-2 apex.
Ooh, beautiful spin. What a shame. Nice.
I think three out of the 4 points were grabbed by then, so
it does look like it. So this is going to be the 4th scoring jam for New Zealand. 3 of those jams is done by Mackenzie.
And Kitty back from the penalty box now with some offence. Unable to move that triangular defence of Australia at the moment.
Ooh.
That's an awkward fall for Yoshi.
Kitty absolutely denying them getting through on that last section.
Quickly back up and to the back of the pack to rejoin though. And there is the end of that jam. That was one of those exhausting jams that we love. There was heaps happening. So you can see some points being added for both teams at the moment. 8 points for Team Australia, 4 points added to Team New Zealand's total. Hamilton roller ghouls are sitting at home hope you're having a watch party, but at the very least you're shouting out to New Zealand. Love that.
Oh, that's a lot of dynamic moving from Flying Kiwi right there, getting round. Beethoven has collected lead. That is a nice 2-wall of New Zealand holding out the jammer out front. We've had a completed star pass for New Zealand, so...
Scully with the star cover now, pulling it on. Beethoven well aware of where they are.
Oh.
Wouldn't have scored anyway because the star cover flew off their head before they could get back to the pack. Rubber band style. Minute 40 left to play in this first period of play. Team Australia versus Team New Zealand. Game 26 of the Roller Derby World Cup 2025. Live from Olympia World in Innsbruck, Austria. Ivy Kanivi starting back from the WFTDI jam line to get a little bit of a run up. Sugars for Team Australia.
Oh, and we have
Ivy
a lead.
Running those defenders out in front. Ivy Kanivi lead for New Zealand.
It looks like we've had a penalty, given a forearms penalty to Australian jammer Sugars.
So power jam for Ivy. Are they going to call it and start with a power start?
No, we're going to get some points.
The crowd.
Ivy Kanivi has just broken a 19 jam lead streak that Australian was holding.
Team New Zealand trying to control where this pack is defined at the moment.
Sugars is re-entering pack now. Straight engaging. Ivy Knivi, I'm going to say you're in the unhappy place when you're stuck between LaRage and Barry.
Looks like a back block being issued to Barry, heading off to the SISU guards penalty box. So that leaves Australia one blocker down on the track. Ivy Knivi blocked the push with the chase down at the front. That would have been a hit, but Ivy's dodged it beautifully.
Very well done. This is going to be the highest scoring jam on New Zealand's half.
New Zealand not in any rush to call this jam off at all. They're going
to see what they can get
the points while they can.
And you know what? This wall of blockers for New Zealand are doing such a good job. Sugar's having a little rest. They're fighting too hard. They need a break.
Kitty trying to get in the middle of, that's LaRage, Blocky, and Tui at the moment. Firmly wrapped up around Ivy. Joined back again by Barry, but Kitty unable to move that defence at all. And that's time.
Jam. That looks like a 12-point jam to New Zealand.
Amazing, and that takes us to our intermission time. So that is, in the first period of play, 129 for Australia, 24 points for New Zealand so far. There is heaps of roller derby left to go on this SISU Mouthguards track right now.
And before we go, I want to point out that not only did New Zealand just break the streak that Australia had going for lead, they also just made them have a no-scoring jam.
That is some great work from Ivy. I love that. Great work from the defenders there.
It's the third scoreless jam for Australia so far this game. So big things to happen once we come back. More shout-outs from Roller Derby streaming in New Zealand. Love you guys. Thank you. Keep it coming. We are here on track 2, SISU Mouthguard track and penalty box. Have a drink. Have a wee. We'll see you soon.
The S1 Lifer helmet is one size fits all for head sizes 20.5 to 23.5 inches. With our color-coded sizing liner system, you can be confident that you'll be able to create a perfect fit with the S1 Lifer helmet. Not all head sizes are the same, so size flexibility is crucial when you're looking to buy a helmet. Standard sizing liners do not affect how the helmet disperses impact energy. So no matter what size you are, whether you're an extra small or a 3XL, you can be confident that the S1 Lifer helmet will meet and or exceed current helmet safety standards. If you have a small head or you have a really big head, don't worry, we have a helmet that will fit you too. Check out our Mini Lifer or our Mega Lifer helmet, which are our smaller and bigger helmet shell options. Remember, a great fit is crucial for safety. The S1 Lifer helmet, a better fitting, safer helmet.
First rule of SISU is, wearing a mouth guard is cool. Say the word. SISU! Second rule of SISU is, use a thin mouth guard, not a big old gummy one. Say the word. SISU! Third rule, pick your SISU style. Fourth rule, talk, breathe, drink, easily. SISU, SISU, SISU! The final rule of SISU is, unlike others, you got up to 20 times to remove it. Who's got SISU? SISU!
They call it a sport, but we know better. It's a symphony of dedication, grit, and heart. Tuned to one another in a composition of chaos on a stage built for progress. Athlete-driven innovation from the first whistle to the final score. Every hit, every fall, every win, every loss, every team, every season, every body. We've got you covered.
When it comes to roller derby gear that is trusted worldwide, Spank Alley has been in the game since day one, and we're still leading the pack. Our armbands are the strongest, most trusted on the market, with 3 styles that stay put through every jam, hit and hustle. And guess what? Spank Alley jerseys are here. Ref, Pride and Team styles. Velcro friendly, high quality and custom made for everybody. Ready to level up? Hit us up on socials or head to spankalley.com to place your order. Because in roller derby, if you want to be the best, you better wear the best.
Hey, I'm Lily Gaskell. I rock the Lifer visor helmet in standard sizing liners in size large. I've always worn S1 helmets up until really recently, and I've started rocking the visor now because I've hit my nose and you don't know what's going to happen until it happens. And so the innovation of the protection of the visor has just been, I'm never going back. I'm always going to rock a visor now.
Back. Thank you so much for joining us again on track 2, the SISU Mouthguard track. We are back with Australia and New Zealand.
Game 26 of the Roller Derby World Cup 2025 from Olympia World in Innsbruck, Austria. Brought to you by 187 Killer Pads, industrial strength materials, unmatched ergonomic design, unparalleled excellence. 187 Killer Pads.
Now, we had a little look at penalties during the half time. Currently, Australia are sat on 8 penalties. New Zealand are sat on 3. So we do have a little bit of imbalance what's going on here at the moment. There doesn't appear to be any repeated offences.
No patterns emerging.
The only thing we're seeing is Lerage. Lerage has gone to the bin 3 times. And that's the most we've got for anyone so far. Not enough that I'd be concerned.
So tournament-wise, in our modified Swiss tournament bracket, we still have the games today that are happening still in the separate quartile halves. So we've got upper half teams playing upper half teams, and similarly in the lower half teams later today. Tomorrow, teams with the same amounts of wins from both halves will mix according to their score ratios, and we should really get some close and exciting games tomorrow, and perhaps some movement through the standings.
Oh yes, I am very much looking forward to tomorrow.
And you should definitely, if you're not in the Discord chat server yet, head to Discord and search for Roller Derby World Cup 2025. There are separate live interactive chats for each track.
Thank you. Whoever shouted out, this is my cat. The announcers do have themes. Today is animals. This is my cat. His name is Elvis Pursley. I love him. Thank you.
Yeah, if you're watching any of the action from the RDWC today, you will see announcers wearing animal-themed clothes.
So we have just over a minute before we get back to gameplay. It looks like the teams are having their final little pep talks, getting ready. What a great time to think about double threat skates. Established in 2013, they are one of Europe's most trusted roller derby shops. Owned by Kitty from London Roller Derby, every single one of us is working in the shop plays roller derby. We are cool.
And shout out to Dragon and Stocky from New Zealand on the Discord server. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for watching. All of these games will be available as video on demand probably after the end of today, using the very same streaming pass details that you're watching on right now.
We are imminently ready.
I love the quality of some of the rolling whistles from these jam timers at the World Cup. I hope they audition.
Oh, can you imagine?
WFTDI jam line sees Mackenzie and Yoshi standing behind it as we start period 2 in this game between Australia and New Zealand. Straight up the inside, Kitty is trying to open a hole for Mackenzie to get through. That hole is shut down rapidly by the time they reach the pivot line.
The Rage and Lethal are doing a very good job of covering that inside line. Every time Mackenzie gets near it, they are right there denying that.
They've made it past turn 1 now, but those defenders still wrapping around in front. Yoshi, a bit of a pile up there at the apex. Oh. And we're having a penalty issued.
That looked like a low block has been issued.
Nisbet Smith heading off to the SISU guards penalty box, which allows Yoshi to get out the front and pick up lead.
We are looking for a star pass, but unfortunately our pivot is busy.
So a quick pass through on the scoring pass for Yoshi there. The centre lane's left wide open as the New Zealand blockers trying to provide some offensive help to their jammer. I'm not sure Yoshi probably would have been okay to remain where they were then, but they've recycled back behind the New Zealand blocker.
Oh, we have a multiplayer and a directional penalty called. So that...
Kitty appealing for perhaps a cut track to be assessed there, but I'm not sure if the cut track may have occurred at the same time that the penalty was issued.
I suppose that will have to be a benching decision. Will we get an official review? So first jam of the second half. Looks like we have got 8 points for Australia, 0 for New Zealand. We have 2 blockers in our SISU Mouthguard penalty box. Oh, Jambi, lovely, jumping up on that outside line to get that lead. Followed very quickly by Pavey Wavy.
Look at this pack scrambling.
This is a race. Oh, beautifully done. The crowd is going wild. Pavey Wavy is celebrating. I loved it. It got called off, but I don't know when.
I think there's some discussion about if and when and how it got called off.
It looks like points for both teams. It's like 3 and 3.
Thank you for the shout out to my subtle flamingo shirt. I'm actually rocking double flamingos today. I've got flamingo socks on as well.
Swamp City Roller Derby, New Zealand. I will give Elvis chin scratches as soon as I am home. I miss him. Oh, and a quick lead grabbed by Booga. That is a wall of sadness right there for green. I'm not enjoying Ivy Kanivy's struggle, being recycled back round.
One of Ivy's strengths is some of that toe stop action on the inside line, unable to hold themselves in that time though, having to go back.
We're getting some really nice coverage from both of these teams blocking on this apex corner. Oh, and just through Booga, 4 points. Gonna look for a star pass for White. Is Australia gonna let them get close enough?
Couple more added for Australia at the end of that one.
Nice. So Australia's going to keep the same sort of tactics they were doing last half. Short and sweet, grab it, put it in the pocket. It's our safety net. So Beethoven and Grim Sleeper on our WFTDI jam line. Now, Beethoven so far has always gone in with a lot of strength and a lot of power, and it hasn't changed now.
Just that low power and speed splitting the pack. Look at the speed with which these Australian blockers are recycling these jammers at the moment. Oh, big hit to the outside. New Zealand again calling to... Well, asking the question, was that a cut? Did they come back in the right place?
Oh, lovely fighting to stay on. Grim Sleeper, lovely done.
Wrapping right around the outside of Slam.
True to fashion, points denied again, but they are applying so much pressure to Australia that they are keeping it short and sweet.
Thank you to whoever put that in your head.
At least it's not High School Musical like yesterday. So, Mackenzie and Sugars. Ooh, very nice covering right there by Bad Wolf.
Yeah, Bad Wolf covering a heap of the track, not letting the New Zealand jammer take any room at all. Sugars, meanwhile, leaves jammer back on a scoring pass now.
Ooh.
Stepping. Oh, that was a almost splits-like step across the inside of the pack there. Looks like, is that a knee guard that we've got on the track at the moment?
It seems it. Will it get kicked off?
And is someone's kneecap unprotected right now?
Whose? Oh, shout out to Dino, favorite jam timer in the world. With those whistles, I believe it.
23 minutes left to play in the second period. He's got the alternate from Team New Zealand just having a word with the refs at the moment. Not sure what they might be discussing, but not going to turn it into an official review. Oh, and pile up at the pivot line at the moment. Quickly back up again. Jambia's lead for Australia.
Ooh, Pavey Wavy hot on the tails, though. We're going to have a fast-moving pack.
The Rage is going to try and get them up at the moment. Scully just having to work some words to say to the blocker who took them down in the middle of that pack run.
1-0. Slow increase. It's, you know what, it's great. Australia are really keeping to their form of slow and steady, but I think they would prefer to keep slow and steady at 8 points. They want 2 scoring passes from what I'm seeing them skate. So the pressure that they're pulling on and only getting the 1, outstanding New Zealand.
Absolutely. Yoshi contorting themselves trying to get through this triangular defence at the front for New Zealand. Ivy Conivy wrapped up at the back, getting some assistance from Kitty now. Wasn't sure where Ivy was headed to then. I thought they might have scored a penalty, but no, just recycling. Going around the long way.
Okay. So we have got 1 New Zealand in our SISU Mouthguard penalty box. So there's going to be a slight blocker advantage to Australia on this jam.
The penalty box brought to you by SISU Mouthguards. Ultra-thin, battle-tested and built for bold athletes who play loud and hit louder.
Ooh, fun
Trusted
fact.
by derby skaters worldwide, SISU is the official mouthguard of the Roller Derby World Cup.
All right, we have an official timeout, which is perfect because Lung has just provided me saying that was our first 0-0 scoring of this game.
Oh, that shows you the pressure that even with the score differential, the pressure that both of these packs are putting on each other.
Absolutely. It's so obvious to see. It's so clear. It exists. New Zealand is applying a nice amount of pressure. So although Australia is maintaining control with the majority of these leads, you know, New Zealand has a lot of say in how this game is being played. Oh!
Booger putting on the speed, pushing their way past these blockers. 1 to go in front.
Oh, beautifully stretched out that pack to get the most of the engagement zone.
Primeval took it out just as far as they possibly could before having to let the jammer go.
Flying Kiwi looking for a star pass. Of course, no, up on the outside, inside line. Beautifully done. True to form Australia, but that was beautiful. Start every jam off knowing you're covered with WFTDI insurance. WFTDI keeping you on track. Jam after jam, WFTDI Wellness has your back. Follow WFTDI Wellness on Instagram for more.
Beethoven trying to use their speed and mass to push through the pack at the moment. Gets out for lead. Beethoven great at lowering their centre of gravity and pushing and opening up those seams. Mackenzie with the star cover off being recycled right across the infield at the moment, almost back to the start line.
Barry is doing a fantastic job of running skaters back and getting that recycle happening. We've had a completed star pass.
Lens Flare receiving the star.
Fantastic. I do believe they have taken the star before as well.
And did Beethoven call it in time?
Did they score?
Oh, no. 2 for Australia.
So close.
Of course, these jammers have the awareness to see exactly where the opposing jammer is and know how many milliseconds they've got to call it off.
Now that's a new start. Both packs running away at the get-go. Very quick lead grab, but both skaters out.
We've seen that a few times. Jambi gets through and Pavey hot on their heels.
Straight there.
That running start created space for both jammers to get quickly through the pack then.
Now that was a 0-point jam again. Very well called off by Jambi because the speed Pavey Wavy came in was outstanding. I would not do that jam start again because it wasn't effective. They both got out so quickly, but please do it again because I love it.
Makes great sport.
It does. It's all about us and our viewing pleasure. Ooh, that strength from Barry on the outside line again.
Yeah, Sugar's wrapped up at the front at the moment, getting some offensive support now because we've got the New Zealand jammer heading off to the SISU guards penalty box. So a big chase down here at the front. They are indicated lead, but now having to recycle. But nope, that's enough.
Fair enough. Do you know what? Starting on a power jam, knowing they're in the bin, still sat, that's comfy, it's cushy. I am loving these shout-outs. Shout out to Lethal, our Aussie transplant from USA.
Yeah, Lethal moved to Australia from the US in 2018. Used to play top-level derby in California and Portland.
Booga really getting shoved around and knocked about on this start, really stretching out the pack so far. And there's our lead.
Ivy, yeah, back from the penalty box now. They're on an initial pass while Booga's scoring.
Ooh, but unfortunately picked up a forearm penalty.
Oh, back to the box.
This is really going to be changing our penalty stats.
That's heartbreaking for a jammer to get iced in the penalty box 2 jams in a row.
Now we are 12 jams in. I'm going to hazard a guess. I think the pressure that New Zealand has applied so far this half has really slowed down the amount of points Australia has scored. So although they're still maintaining the majority lead, they are still gaining points. Their growth has slowed down compared to what they were like in the first half. And that's really great to see because New Zealand are clearly doing good things. They're holding these jammers, they're catching them, and they're applying that pressure to make them call it off quicker.
Yeah, first half we were seeing 8 and 12-point jams fairly regularly from Australia before they called it off. Ivy Kanivy back from the penalty box now. Has completed an initial. Yoshi says that'll do though.
And again, 8-point jam because that perfect amount of pressure straight away from Ivy Kanivy.
One of our vendors here at Roller Derby World Cup 2025, Skate Good Club, roller derby uniforms that work as hard as you do with 4 different uniform options and 6 different lengths. Skate Good Club guarantees everyone will feel comfortable on the track. Skate good and look good. Learn more at skategoodclub.com.
Okay. Beethoven and Grim Sleeper. Now that was a big hit. Very quick to get up and recover from it though.
I would still be on the infield gasping if I took that hit. The strength and athleticism of these jammers, Grim Sleeper quickly back up and rejoining the fray.
We're going to look for a star pass if we can complete it. We are very different sides of the track at the moment.
Beethoven getting some help from Brooke Stubbs to get through the pack there at the front. Quickly switching back to defence.
Very quick snatch and grab again.
We saw a little bit of evidence there of some of the confusion that happens in these multi-track rooms with the whistle spill. So we had the whistles calling the jam off here, but the skaters weren't sure if they were hearing it from here or next door. Sugars looks for an opening on the inside, shut down in that avenue. That looks like Nisbet Smith closing the door on that one, but Sugar's going to stick to the inside, try and find a line. Mackenzie, meanwhile, trying to switch up the position. Sugars gets through, picks up lead jam, and Mackenzie going to start that path through the pack again.
Oh, beautifully managed to keep themselves on, holding on to their teammate, Alicia Nibbett-Smith.
That was some great footwork positioning by Mackenzie there. They launched themselves from just on the inside of the line. But again, Australia calling it off. They're more happy to deny New Zealand points than to add any to their total at the moment. 3 from that one.
Got a shout out to Brooke Stubbs. Give 'em hell from BMRDL. Thank you. So, Jambi and Pavey Wavy. Oh, Jambi followed Pavey Wavy all the way up on that inside line. Ooh!
Jambi's off to the penalty box. Pavey is lead open. The Jammer ref asking Pavey is lead.
That's broken a streak.
So Jambi, yeah, getting a penalty for that one. Off to the bin. New Zealand scoring.
Yes! 4 points. I think this is the second set of points we've got for New Zealand this half.
Brooke Stubbs being held as the goat at the back. Not able to rejoin this defence now. Now able to do so.
Broken a 15 jam lead streak that Australia was holding.
Jambi back from the box.
Just completed their initial. They are now ready to score. Are we going to let them have points?
Yes, we are. So
Makes sense. We want as many points as we can to up on this board.
Oh, Pavey contorting her body at the moment, trying to find a way through these seams. There's a multiplayer block
to lethal.
Issued to lethal. Pavey perhaps a little bit slower to recycle back and rejoin the pass.
Oh, Scully, what a brilliant job of assisting in that offense, helping them get through.
No hits needed, just in the way, perfectly.
My favorite kind of offense. Be annoying.
So Pavey still in control of the timing for this one, choosing to continue. The Australian blocker is just happy to run her energy out right now.
Oh, beautifully called off. No extra points for Australia on that turn. Oh.
That's an 11-point jam for Australia, so it's an 11-12.
It is, but New Zealand denied them from any more points. And I love the style that Pavey Wavy had when doing it.
The push and the persistence. So the biggest scoring individual jam so far, with 23 points between the teams scored in that jam.
Booga straight out the front of the pack. Ivy Knives stuck behind this wall of Slamazon and Barry. We are seeing some fantastic blocking from these skaters at the moment. Look at it, you can see.
Bad Wolf coming in, opening up the line for Booker to come through there now, but Booker's trapped at the front behind this strong. Oh, this time it's Slamazon getting in the way.
Oh, we did see a penalty, 2 penalties issued, so both teams are 1 blocker down in our SISU Mouthguard penalty box.
Ivy looks like they're still on an initial pass at the moment, has the star cover off their head. No pivot anywhere nearby to hand it to right now.
Very well done. Oh, we've had a completed star pass. That is lens flare again for the star pass for New Zealand.
And the effort for Flair then to get close enough to the jam, to Ivy to grab that star. There's 8.5 minutes left to play in this game. I love watching to see if refs are going to be back in position in time. The jam timer's watching all of them. Yoshi quickly up amongst the New Zealand blockers. Australia happy to send 2 blockers up to do offence for Yoshi.
This pack is stretched to push round that far. Beautifully done, hard work, and that was just aggression and aggression and aggression. Ooh. Go on, Flying Kiwi.
Flying Kiwi, trying to follow Scully through that gap that they crashed on the outside. Yoshi's going to say nope.
Very well done. This has been a very quick game. We've not had any official reviews. We've only had 1 timeout so far, and that was with New Zealand. That's a lot of energy these guys are putting out on this track.
Thankfully, it's a lot cooler in here than it was yesterday so far.
So much. Thank you, rain.
Beethoven, this time through the inside. His lead jammer for Australia.
Mackenzie fighting through to try and get out that front of the pack. Caught in between Bad Wolf.
Oh, there was a wheel just on the inside of the line. Back they go.
Great awareness now.
Tried to duck under Barry. Barry with the, I'm not sure what shape they were in as.
And having to go back behind Tui Lion, who was just doing some insanely good blocking. Just the body position of being upright and immovable.
I saw a comment in the Discord commenting on Tui being able to shake off blockers while not even looking at them.
Oh, the powers that be at this level of derby.
This is Tui's 3rd time representing Australia at a World Cup.
What an achievement. I can't imagine how proud they are of themselves.
Sugar's able to get a bit of a run-up as they engage the New Zealand wall at the moment.
Very nice blocking, though, from Pigeon Defective.
Grim Sleeper just taken to the floor on the inside and again hit to the floor, having to stand up. Imagine just sitting there and having right now have to get up off the floor and get back in amongst these Australian jammers, blockers. On a big recycle now.
Yeah, very nicely done.
Sugar's having to come back.
This.
Grim Sleeper taking advantage of a momentary no pack.
Very nice. They were pushing all 4 blockers.
Sugar's happy to just stand and wait and call it off.
Our baby giraffe. Sugar's our baby giraffe from Tweed Valley Rollers. That's a story that I need to know. Wavy Pavy. And Jambi on our WFTDI jam line. They're not going to chase each other through the pack of the same place.
And Tui just barges a hole for Jambi to follow through. Pavey with some toe stop work on the... Oh, not quite accurate enough. Power jam for Jambi.
Oh, and what a beautiful clear by Tui Lion again on the outside line.
Just the awareness and the timing, knowing when to be exactly in the way.
Yeah, you can see it. It's slow, it's coordinated, it's organized.
And the coordination there from Barry then to hit the hitter, avoiding the recycle then on Jambi. Bad Wolf, Tui and Barry setting up at the back, waiting for Pavey to come back from the bin.
There we are. I'm hearing a lot of waiting from the benches.
Yeah. So just waiting for... Oh no, we've had a completed star pass.
Ooh.
So Australia wanting to get in front now.
I don't know if that was on the stream. To me, it looked like Jambi just checked the nails and went, okay, I'll cool it off now.
And another shout out on the Discord to the literal legend Primeval. Primeval number 187 for New Zealand. I can hear somebody shouting some support for Tui in the crowd as well. Yeah, the literal legend Primeval from Sulphur City Steamrollers.
Are we having an official review?
Yeah, we certainly are.
Ooh.
We've got somebody heading in to listen to what the details are. We'll get the details from them for you very shortly about this official review. I wonder if it might be on. There seemed to be quite a late hit on the New Zealand jammer, perhaps slightly after the 4 whistles ended that previous jam.
Maybe, good speculation.
And while we are here in Innsbruck, in this beautiful Olympia World Stadium, we need to thank Innsbruck Tourism. They wish you an unforgettable stay during the Roller Derby World Cup if you're here, and if you're not here, you should come here. Visit innsbruck.info to explore what this urban alpine region has to offer.
So, New Zealand are requesting a cut track penalty to Jambi during the last jam.
I wonder if it's the one where I commented that Barry hit the hitter.
Potentially.
And
yes,
and if they had awareness of that.
We did see communication between the Australian skaters saying, yeah, no, you're good, and a lot of arm movements with pointing. So maybe that is the point that we're looking at. A lot of reviewing from our officials, so
yeah, they'll be talking about who had eyes on it.
Absolutely. So whilst we're here, let's think about our S1 helmet company. The S1 Lifer Visor helmet, the first helmet made for roller derby. Next level protection. S1 helmets and pads protecting roller derby since 2006. Visit to s1helmets.com. I love me a visor. I'm short, and I don't want a broken nose. You can't tell me that, because I'm gonna be silly about it. Ooh, we're just going to be getting an update on their official review answer.
Not enough info from the refs?
Yeah, so it sounds like there was not enough info for the refs to provide to make that call that wasn't made. So the no cut call.
No call remains. They've lost their official review. No extra penalties given.
Yes, thank you. I forgot words.
Ooh, Ivy Knivey using their teammate's shirt to keep on track. Very nicely done. Lead has gone out to Booga. And they're out of the pack. Booga is fighting round and
Oh, Team New Zealand appealing for a point at the end of that one, but the jammer ref says no.
Mackenzie and Yoshi. I feel like we've had a lot of pairings of these two jammers together. All that space up that inside line.
Oh, Mackenzie.
And they don't need it.
Opens the outside, and Yoshi surviving that chase down at the front. Another block, it wraps around. Mackenzie in control. Oh,
Ooh,
firmly
big
into the
hit.
back of those blockers. Bad Wolf
Looks like
taking
they're
them
gonna
back.
win it.
Yoshi has had a scoring pass, is not lead.
This is adding to the stats on Mackenzie of another lead jam and potentially more points on the boards. The 4th time New Zealand's had lead jam so far this game.
Yeah, Mackenzie definitely has some points on board at this time once they make it through the pack. Yoshi with their 2nd scoring pass now, though. Look at the thickness of that scrum over at turn 1. Nobody making any progress through there at the moment. Oh, and Mackenzie finds the speed on the outside. That's a scoring pass. Are we going to see some jammer v jammer? Only in the mind. Both jammers rejoining the pack at the same time.
That squish of Bad Wolf and Slamazon, I don't want to be in between their hips. It looks uncomfortable.
Yoshi steps across the inside for another 4-point pass. That's a 16-point jam so far for Yoshi.
Yeah. So this is our highest scoring jam for Team Australia for the game.
And with 17 seconds left on the period clock, and of course,
Team timeout.
Team timeouts brought to you by Crash Course, helping busy roller derby athletes increase strength, endurance and agility, conquer self-doubt and create the habits of high performers to become all-stars and MVPs on the track and in life. Want to make 2-minute jams feel easy? Visit chrissycrash.com to download the free Off Skates Roller Derby training series. Life is a contact sport, so win.
So we're going to be entering into most likely our last jam.
And we're going to see this matchup that we've seen a few times on the WFTDI jammer line.
So Pavey Wavy. And is that Jambi?
Well, that's a rolling whistle, and that's going to find us out.
The skaters want it. The skaters are ready. The fans want it. Oh, 5 seconds has been called. And we're off. Oh, beautiful
Jambi
clear.
straight to the outside. Oh, I thought that might have been a penalty, but
So
no, it was
did I.
lead.
Pavey Wavy chasing down nice and quickly.
The Australian blockers trying to get in front.
Oh, what a jump! Beautifully landed. Oh, Pavey Wavy, my hero. Body sliding down the track. What a great way. Oh!
Double worm!
What a great way to end the game. Oh.
Well done, Jambi and Pavey.
Beautifully done. And do you know what? I think that's fantastic. You know, we've got a 204 points difference in this game, but that's a hug. That's fun. That is roller derby, and what a great example to show.
Great game, teams. That brings Team Australia's win points to 2 win points. Team New Zealand will carry on through the tournament in the 1 win point category. Still to see at the end of today who anybody will be playing tomorrow. So all of that fun maths is still yet to come. We'll get that information to you just as soon as we can. But thank you for joining us here at the SISU Mouthguards track number 2 at Olympia World in Innsbruck, Austria. Thank you so much, Sonic. That has been a heap of fun.
Thank you very much for joining us. Can't wait to see you all again.